Hello to my beautiful collectives out there. Welcome to my channel, Astro Cheryl, and this is your monthly forecast for July 2026. We have made it to half the year just about now, and things are starting to heat up and accelerate as well. So before we get into the personal forecasts, I just want to share with you the upcoming events that are happening for us this month. We have a new moon in the sign of Cancer, and this is happening on July the 14th at 21 degrees. Okay? And we also have Mercury in the sign of Cancer, retrograde, but it will be turning direct on the 23rd, and it'll be in its shadow for another week before it is fully direct. Okay, so we have the lunar nodes that are now in Pisces, on the Pisces Virgo axis, shifting to the Aquarius Leo axis. Okay, and this is a big deal. There's a lot happening with Pluto and Aquarius now, and not only with the North nodes, but during this month, Pluto will conjunct the full moon, and that's in Aquarius happening on the 29th. Okay, so this is like fated karmic energy that is going to be changing us in some way, with it being in Aquarius and Leo. It's about being or offering more to things that are bigger than who you are, as opposed to Leo is about self, okay, and doing all the things for me kind of energy. But this is some impactful energy that is going to change humanity. There is a transformation that is taking place. And for each of you, this will be happening in a place in your chart where Aquarius sits. Okay? And wherever Aquarius sits, Leo is in opposition 180 degrees from that. So it's going to be affecting Aquarius and Leo. But this is going to be some good change for all of the fixed signs: Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. And this is going to be for the next 18 months that the shine is going to be on these fixed signs. Okay, so be ready so you don't have to get ready. All right, so now we have I did mention Mercury, turning direct, but while Mercury is in retrograde, this is a good time to turn inward and correct or revise, reevaluate what what we feel is ready to be released, because this lunation that's coming up on the with the full moon and the conjunction with Pluto is a part of that process of letting go of things. Now, this new moon in Cancer on the 14th is setting us up for giving us the opportunity to redefine, home and belonging, our tribe, and connect with our feelings of inner security that comes from within. So you have to be secure within yourself. And this has to do with resetting our central nervous system, okay? And this process happens when we allow ourselves to experience the fear and the pain so we can let go of it. And once we see, feel, and understand what those triggers are or overstand, that's when we can take our power back from those old patterns that we've been bound to, let go of old contracts, vows, oaths, bonds that no longer serve us. So this is this new moon energy starting to set us up for what we need to look at and start to work on so that at the full moon we can start to release, and this energy will stay around for 6 months. But all of this is a process to get us to the next, stage in our own personal evolution, but not only that, the evolution of the collective societies. Okay? So, now that I've given you the overview, let's get into the forecast. So I will see you on the other side. Hello to my beautiful Aries risings this month. I did an introduction before the forecast, so is spilling the tea about what this month is conjuring up for each and every one of us this month. But if you didn't, I'm just going to share with you that we have a new moon in Cancer on July the 14th. The lunar nodes will shift from Pisces, Virgo axis to Aquarius, Leo axis. And that is significant here, okay? Because we have the full moon that is happening on the 29th, conjuncting Pluto. Okay, and this is about transformation. All right, so a place in your chart, an area in your life, there is opportunity to transform your energy. Okay, so on the 3rd of July, we have Jupiter in Leo, okay, squaring Chiron and Taurus. This is affecting your 5th and your 2nd house, Aries rising. So during this transit, you may feel pulled between coming off as confident in a moment, and in another moment, you may doubt your talents, spending, or your ability to receive appreciation. And Jupiter's expansiveness can make your creative excitement and self-worth fears louder at the same time. So we know that when we are experiencing squares are about, a tug of war, but it's also about growth as well, recognizing what it is that triggers us to go one way or another. So what's happening with the squares is that we're trying to balance what we know is true. Okay, so Chiron is the wounded healer, okay? And it's in Taurus, so it does have to do with, your money, possessions, your self-worth, and all of those things. And Jupiter is an expansive energy in the sign of Leo, where Leo is showing up as prideful, wanting to be seen and be admired. And in the sign of Jupiter, that could become overwhelming because it expands that energy of Leo here. Okay, so just be aware that there is this square that's happening for you in your 5th house of creativity, romance, your hobbies, children, and your own inner child. And as I said before, in Taurus is the second house, possession, self worth, your money. All right, so on July the 4th, Mars and Gemini conjunct Uranus, and this is happening in your third house of communication, your local community, your siblings, neighborhood, any type of riding, short trips, your cars, transportation system as well. So you may be prone to heated discussions here with Mars and Gemini, and Mars is always pushy. Aries rising, you should know that because you're ruled by Mars, and you should know how you operate. Okay? So you may be prone to heated discussions, as I said, or you may have more inventive conversations than usual. You may experience unexpected changes in plans, transportation, or in your daily routines. So just be careful of your reactions to stimuli from the people around you. Okay? Now, on the 9th, we have Venus moving into the sign of Virgo, and this is happening in your sixth house of your daily routine, of your workplace, your health, and, co-workers, subordinates, and authority figures. So your daily routines may go a lot smoother with the Venus here. You may be more diplomatic at work, and your desire to improve your health habits through practical, orderly changes is stronger. You may be more critical, nitpicky, self-judgmental, or you may be dissatisfied with your imperfections. And that's part of that Virgo energy, perfect pictures and fitting everything into a box and trying to do everything yourself. That's kind of the Virgo energy there. All right, so just be careful in your workplace because it could affect people around you, as well as don't be too hard on yourself in your daily routines as well. Just take it easy, do what you can do, and don't be so self-critical. All right, on the 20th, we have Jupiter in Leo, and it's trining, a good thing, Neptune in Aries. So you know that Jupiter is in the sign of Leo, and this is happening in your fifth house. And we discussed the fifth house of your creativity, hobbies, romance, your children of any kind, and your own inner child. Okay? And your first house is about your identity. Okay? This is about who you show up as every day, how you look, okay? How you dress, how you think. Okay, so here you may feel like utilizing your creative expression, performance energy, and you are more willing to be seen or show your work at this time. You may be optimistic about romance, attraction, and meaningful connections. You may have a magnetic presence, and your intuition and imagination flow easily into how you present yourself, because the fifth house and the first house are both reflecting you, your creativity, your hobbies, your how you interact with who you are as a person, your first house. Okay, so this is a lot of expansive energy with Jupiter, but also Neptune is a more soulful energy, wants you to connect with your heart, the God of your heart, wants you to see more about the person that you are outside of all of the colors, I will say, that you came into this life with. Okay? So it's a lot of times you are projecting from a place of your ancestry instead of finding out who you really are and what your purpose is in this life. Okay? So there we have it. Jupiter is, also a spiritual energy as well. So on the 22nd, Aries rising, the sun in Leo enters your fifth house. And so there's a lot of fifth house activity. This is a fun zone for you. Your confidence is strong and you have a desire to shine through your creative work or through your personal style. Okay? You are focused on romance, fun, children, and anything that reconnects you with enjoyment and spontaneity, especially your inner child as well. You get a boost of leadership energy and artistic, intellectual, or performance based efforts. So enjoy, this part of the month starting on the 22nd, but there's a lot going on in your fifth house anyway this whole month. So, take advantage of it. Now, on July the 26th, we have, let's see, okay, the nodes change from Pisces, Virgo axis to Aquarius, Leo axis. Okay, so what we will do here is, let's see. Okay. Here, the attention is embracing your originality instead of just fitting in. The think independently and be open to unconventional ideas. And developed a sense of purpose that includes helping others, not only personal success. Okay? Value groups, friendships, and causes that benefit the collective. And this is happening in your 11th house and your 5th house. Your 11th house is about large groups, memberships, you know, friends, co-workers, and luck through those audiences. Okay, so on the 29th, we have the full moon in Aquarius, and this is happening in your 11th house of, memberships, organizations, friend zones, your coworkers, hopes and wishes there. Okay. So you may experience a clear emotional peak or release connected to friends, teams, or organizations. Feelings about belonging or being seen by your peer groups may become intense. Conversations or events with a group can be can bring sudden insights or closure about a long held hope or expectation. Okay, and then here we have this full moon conjuncting. We have Pluto conjuncting the North Node. And this conjunction affects your personal growth. It prompts you to confront and release outdated habits or beliefs. So, this is an opportunity to reset and evolve. This transformation is happening, and nothing can stop it. These energies encourage self awareness and the exploration of new perspectives. Okay, I hope this helps, Aries rising. And Until next time, bye for now.